For most people, vocabulary means words, and that is a useful starting point for this book. However, in the study of language, things are rarely as simple as they look, and we need to dig deeper into the terms we use to understand how things work. In fact, the word vocabulary can refer to a number of different but connected things. It can refer to all the words in a language, so we can say that the present-day vocabulary of English has been influenced over the centuries by Latin, French, etc., which we will look at in greater detail in Chapter 2. We can also say that someone has a large or very learned vocabulary, meaning all the words a person has at their command, either to understand or use or both, and we will take that theme up later too. And we often comment about a little toddler and how much vocabulary they have acquired and how quickly, which is another theme we will come back to later in the book. We also talk about a writer's range of words found in their work and which we associate with their unique style. So we might talk about Shakespeare's vocabulary or of poetic vocabulary, which we touch upon in chapters 2 and 6. Sometimes we talk about the vocabulary of law, or of science and technology, in which case we are referring to specific sets of terminology used by people involved in those professions. If you were learning a foreign language, you might be given a vocabulary test now and then, and you can be sure it would focus on words and their meanings rather than correct grammar or your skill in composing an essay. And if you were an English speaker and saw a book entitled A French Vocabulary, you would expect to find lists of French words and explanations and/or translations of them into English. The English in English vocabulary. We come up against further complications the moment we talk about English vocabulary. English vocabulary can mean many different things. In this book, it will mostly refer to all the words in use in countries where English is a main or official language, though because I am British, most of the examples will be from British English. The examples are not chosen because I think British vocabulary is in any way superior to, say, North American, Australian, Indian, or Caribbean English vocabulary. It is not. No language or variety of a language is superior to any other. The British examples will be used to illustrate the way vocabulary works in a great many varieties of English, and in other languages for that matter, and occasionally we will consider examples from other languages to help us better understand how English works and how vocabulary works in general.